Fargo Davies leads 1-0 off a goal by Ali Matter. 24:44 to go in the first half of play. And that's all the scoring so far. And immediately, appreciate all your assistance. That one's going to be popped up, and can Ola get there? She does! She makes a jumping grab just as the ball was about to go over the fence. Gimabor, a perfect 4-4. And a slam dunk from Harney! Braden Keene is the guy in the backfield here. Mitchell's under center. And man in motion coming to the near side. And he'll look to the corner, and he's got Traver down the end zone for the touchdown. And it's 7-6. Skyhawks are on the board. 41-37, 4:25 to go here. The Kindred Vikings will work it down low. Another slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. 5:07 and counting. In the shotgun, looking to pass near side, going for Jamal Spy, and he got it. A 24-yard touchdown connection from Clemens to Spy. Brings up Kenzie McKinnon and puts your outfielders in left and left center, because that one's going to left field, and that's gone. That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. And it's 3-0 Central Cass as the Squirrels will come out to home plate and wait for McKinnon to come across home. That one was gone the moment it hit the bat. Shot from the point, Bree Adams, lowering hard, and it's in! Off the stick of Sydney Kamstrup, and the Cougars are on the board. Dahl will drop back to pass again. This one's over the middle and intercepted by Gunnar Broughton at the 40, at the 30, at the 25-20, and he has a man to beat. Cuts inside, 10-5, touchdown, Gunnar Broughton on the pick six, and the Vikings now lead 35-0. All right, friends, welcome. We're at Northern Cass High School. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Hope you're staying warm, staying dry. I hope you're getting prepared for all that snow that might be on the horizon here in the next couple of hours. And they're going to get this one started here in about 6 minutes or so. It was scheduled for a 4 o'clock start. Looks like we'll be closer to about 4:05, but that's okay with us. Certainly appreciate you tuning in, especially those from the Wyndmere Lidgerwood area who weren't able to make the trip up here. I did see a couple Warbird fans over on the far side of the gym. Said hi to them for a little bit, said hi to a couple of the Jaguar fans. It's been a while since I've been here up in Northern Cass, so we came across a scroll on Twitter today saying they had nobody to work Jaguars online, so I called up John. I said, hey, how about I come up there and do it for you? Because we had a couple football games that just went haywire as far as like scheduling and rescheduling and moving locations, and as a result, and it was nothing that we were upset or anything about that, but as a result of one of the changes, it prevented us from doing that broadcast. So we decided to come up here, and if things go right, we might have another game for you, but I'll tell you more about that in our post-game show instead. Let's go ahead and take a look. You can see there blinking on the map, we're in Hunter, North Dakota, or maybe just about 3 to 4 miles to the southeast of Hunter, North Dakota, if you want to be more specific. The Palace on the Prairie here. This is actually, that needs to be updated. This is like game 537, so I don't know what exactly went up there, but let's go ahead and take a timeout, and then we'll be back here with more of the, actually no, we'll keep it right here. We'll go to the welcome back screen here. That way you can see the players. I do believe, looking at the coaches, because both teams are in pink, looking at the coaches, I believe it is Northern Cass warming up on the floor right now. And yes, that would indeed be the case. So both of them are wearing the pink t-shirts. I believe Wyndmere Lidgerwood will be in their black jerseys, while Northern Cass will be in their pink jerseys tonight. Dig it for cancer. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the standings. We don't have any of these updated graphics since we didn't have time to get that put all together before we came up to do the broadcast here today. But what I can say is that Northern Cass and Oak Grove, your top two teams in Region 1, followed by the Richland Colts and the Hankinson Pirates. Lisbon Broncos in there at 5 with the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds hanging in at the number 6 spot. And then Central Cass, the Squirrels at 7, and the Enderlin Eagles at 8, the Kindred Vikings at 9, Milner North Sargent Bulldogs at 10, the Tri-State Tigers at 11, Maple Valley and Sargent Central round up your bottom two. Northern Cass, they're 11-0 against Region 1 opponents, but they're 24-5 overall. And they come into this game with a one-game winning streak, while Wyndmere Lidgerwood is 7-5 against Region 1 opponents, 12-11-1 overall, and they come into this game on a 3-match winning streak. More specifically for the Jaguars, they are, like I said, 24-5 overall. 9-1 their last 10 matches, 6-0 when playing away from home, 8-2 when playing here at home, and 11-0 in Region 1. They would start off the year with a 3-1 loss to Mayport CG, and then pick up a 3-0 win over Milner North Sargent, and then they would come into their own tournament, sweep through pool play with 2-0 wins over the West Fargo junior varsity team, North Border, Hatton Northwood, and then they'd go to the championship bracket where they would defeat Linton Hazelton, Moffett Braddock, the Lions, and then they would fall to the Oaks Tornadoes. They would defeat the Lions 2-1 and follow the Tornadoes 2-0. They would come off that Tornadoes loss with a 3-1 win over Park River Fordville Lincoln, 3-0 win over Hankinson and Enderlin, then back to the Valley City Optimist Tournament on September 21st, picking up 2-0 wins over Dickinson Trinity, Finley, Sharon Hope Page, and Ellendale in pool play. And then the championship bracket, a 2-1 win over Park River Fordville Lincoln, a 2-0 win over Central Cass, and then they would fall 2-0 in back-to-back matches to Lemoore Litchfield Marion, and then they would lose in the same team that they lost in the Northern Cass tournament to, the Oaks Tornadoes, by a 2-0 win. Since that second loss to the Oaks Tornadoes, they have rattled off a total of, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of 12 wins. They've won 11 out of their last 12, with their most recent loss coming on October 5th against Sacred Heart with a 2-0 loss. For the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, they come in with an overall record of 12-10-2. They're 7-5 against Region 1 opponents, 6-4 in their last 10 matches, 1-3 when playing on the road, and 4-2 when they're back home in Wyndmere and or Lidgerwood. They started off the season with a 3-1 win over the Bulldogs of Milner North Sargent. Then they came up to Northern Cass here for the Northern Cass tournament pool play, picking up 2-0 wins over Griggs County Central and Larimore, falling to the Oaks Tornadoes 2-0 pool play. They moved to the championship bracket where they'd have to play the Oaks Tornadoes once again, and they would drop 4 sets in a row, 2-0 and 2-0 on back-to-back matches with the Oaks Tornadoes. We are about a minute away here from the opening announcements. We'll quickly go through the rest of the season so far here for the Warbirds. 3-1 win over Central Cass, 3-1 loss to Richland, 3-0 win to Oak Grove, or check that, a 3-0 loss to Oak Grove, excuse me. A close one at the Kindred Vikings. That one went to 5 sets, but they would fall 3-2. They would go to the Valley City Optimist pool play tournament, win 2 over Maple Valley, a 1-1 loss / tie to Lemoore Litchfield Marion, and it goes into the books officially as a loss. And then Hillsborough Central Valley with a 1-1 tie. 2-1 win over Milner North Sargent and Center Stanton, a 2-1 loss to Shiloh Christian, 3-2 loss to Milner North Sargent, a 3-0 win over Sargent Central.
At this time, we have
and then
Anderson for your Dollars for Scholars announcement.
A 2-1 loss to Grand Forks Red River Junior Varsity team, a 3-0 loss to Hankinson, and then a 3-2 win over Hankinson. That was on October 1st and October 3rd. The game on the 1st was a road game, and the game on the 3rd was a home game. 2-0 loss to Cavalier, then 2-0 wins over Edgeley, Calm, Montpelier, Napoleon, Gackle, Streeter, and a 3-2 win most recently over the Enderlin Eagles on October 8th.
At this time, would you please stand, remove all headgear, and place your right hand over your heart to honor America for the playing of the national anthem.
We'll take a break for that national anthem and be right back.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, has life-giving gifts for every occasion. Gifts with meaning, gifts that change lives. Stop in and view their large selection of books, Bibles, All right, and your starting lineups coming up next here.
Northern Cass Jaguars.
They'll introduce the Warbirds first here.
High school athletics is learning lifetime value. Sportsmanship is one such value that makes these games an educational experience. Please remember to do your part and help us sport a winning attitude. Also, we at Northern Cass are very proud of our facilities. Please help us keep this a safe, clean, and friendly environment for our students, faculty, staff, and community to learn in and enjoy. Now, would you please welcome tonight's guests, the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. First, the non-starters. Number 1, Alexis Bush. Number 2, Maya Jelinek. Number 7, Yelitza Macias. Number 8, Laura Gutzmer. And number 12, Katie Wilbrecht. And now, the starting lineup for the Warbirds. At setter, a senior, number 3, Lakin David. At libero, a junior, number 4, Tiffany Springer. At middle hitter, a senior, number 5, Jessica Kachera. At outside hitter, a junior, number 6, Julia Kwong. At middle hitter, a junior, number 11, Kendra Kaczynski. At right side, a senior, number 14, Kaylee Harless. At outside hitter, a junior, number 15, Ashley Mauk. The Warbirds are coached by Tanner Carlson and assisted by Aaron Bonenstingle and Allison Jesusko. And now, the non-starters for the Northern Cass Jaguars. Number 1, Abby Richmond. Number 4, Abby Rasmussen. Number 7, Hallie Crockett. Number 9, Carissa Hammer. Number 10, Allison Hildy. And number 16, Jenna Maker. And now, the starting lineup for the Jaguars. At setter, a senior, number 2, Liberty Fitz. At middle, a junior, number 5, Morgan Nelson. At setter, a junior, number 6, Sarah Yanni. At outside, a sophomore, number 12, Emma Lucas. At middle, a senior, number 13, Olivia Iberkowski. At outside, a senior, number 15, Sydney Anderson. And at libero, a junior, number 8, Macy Danielson. The Jaguars are coached by Angie Johnson and assisted by Beth Podol and Megan Coleman. The officials for tonight's match are Carol Business and Sarah Schleicher. The line judges are Sue McPherson and Aaron Bierke.
All right, the two teams will meet at the middle of the net there, shake hands, and we'll get ready to go. Here's set number 1 from Northern Cass High School. Once again, best of 5. And we'll start that clock on the smack of the first serve there, and you'll have an idea of how long this match will actually take. That's one of the cool features that we got with this particular volleyball scoreboard. That's not a normal stat that they normally keep track of, but since it's there, we're gonna keep track of it. If that makes that makes sense to you, it makes sense to me. So, Wyndmere Lidgerwood once again on the right-hand side of the net, and they are in their black jerseys with the libero Tiffany Springer in the white jersey wearing number 4, and the Northern Cass Jaguars on the left-hand side of the net here in their pink jerseys with the libero wearing the black jersey, and that libero is the junior Macy Danielson. Officials talking things over, making sure the lineups are correct, and everybody who's supposed to be on the floor is on the floor. I believe number 8 in pink is Liberty Fix. That's normally where she sets up. I'm not 100% sure because number 8 on my roster is Macy Danielson. Macy is a libero, so we'll try and get confirmation on that here ASAP, but I'm pretty sure that's who it is. All right, just got confirmation that is indeed Liberty Fix, number 8 in pink there, so. Jaguars winning the Region 1 tournament last year. Struggled a little bit at state, but had a fantastic season nonetheless. Looking to get back there today, and well, they're well on their way. Oak Grove is right on their tail too. It should be a good Region 1 tournament, which is coming up here in about a month from now. And we're ready to rock and roll here from Northern Cass. And the serve is up and over out of the hands there, Lake and David. Now here's a set over to the far pin, and the Warbirds will keep that one alive. Set near side as Ashley Malk will put it over. Here's the set middle of the net, and that one will be kept alive as Tiffany Springer will pop it near side, and it was blocked at the net, and then shoved right back over there by Malk. Set to the far side for the Jaguars. They'll put it over, and a little miscommunication there, and that'll go down as a point for Northern Cass. And it's 1-0 Jaguars. Springer will touch it first. Now the back set to the far pin, and the kill is down. We're tied at 1. I'll make an adjustment on our camera here. There we go. Fix will set it. It's tipped over there. Kept alive there by Julia Quam. Now Quam will send it over and down for the kill. And the Warbirds take a 2-1 lead, or a 3-1 lead, excuse me. I forgot to add that last point. And that one was nearly an ace. Got a pink ball here too. I just now noticed that. That's pretty cool. I like that. And once again, Julia Quam from the near pin will put it down for the kill. And it's 4-1 Warbirds. Off to a fantastic start here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Serve is up and over. And it's going to be an ace. That's 5-1 here as the ace came out of the hands there. Jessica Kuchera, a senior outside / middle hitter. So Kuchera will continue on the serve here. She'll send it over, and Danielson to make first contact. Liberty Fix will set it up, and it landed in bounds. She snuck it in the inside line there from the middle of the net. On the attack is Morgan Nelson with the kill. And it's 5-2, and the Jags will get the serve back. Serve this time coming out of the hands of Emma Lucas. A jump serve from the middle of the service line is up and over. Springer makes first contact. Quam will shove it over with 2 hands. And the Jaguars will have to send it over from about 15 feet behind the net. Here's a chance for an attack for the Warbirds, and they'll send it into the net on the attacking error, and the point will go to the Jaguars, and it's 5-3. So once again, Emma Lucas will continue on the serve here. Jump serve from the middle of the service line is into the net. Point Warbirds. So after the rotation there will be Maya Jelinek with the serve. Standing serve, a high rainbow serve will fall out of bounds by about 4 or 5 inches to the outside of the line. And the Jaguars are within 2. And that'll be an ace, more than likely. Maybe not. Yes, it will be. Morgan Nelson will get the ace. Nelson's serve is over. Here's the set from Kaczynski. And And they have to get it over on that touch, and they do. Now Springer will make first contact, and now a joust for it at the net. Warbirds will keep it alive, shove it back over. Can the Jaguars keep the volley going? They will bump it over. Free ball here for the Warbirds. Bump set backwards. Springer has to send it over and just barely gets it over the net. Now here's the set, back set, tipped over, kept alive there. I believe that was Julia Quam. Now come back to Quam, and she will just barely miss it. Point Jaguars, and that ties us at 6. Once again, Morgan Nelson, the junior middle hitter, will have the serve here from the middle of the service line. Standing serve is up and over. First contact is made. Running towards the bench there is Williprechty. And that one will go into the net for an attacking error and a point for the Jags, and it's 7-6. You know what? I don't know why that clock didn't start there. It's not normal. Yeah, I don't know why that clock's not working there, but we apologize. We're about 3 minutes or so into the match. It was working on the back behind the scenes part, but it's not working on your screen there, so we apologize for that. Like I said, it's not an official stat anyway, so set over to the far pin. Springer will make first contact, pushed over there by Williprechty. And it's down for the kill. Far side, Jags get the point. And with the kill there is Olivia Ubertowski. And it's 8-6 in favor of Northern Cass. So Wyndmere Lidgerwood getting out to a nice start. Now the Jags have battled back. That'll be sent over there by Kuchera. Now here's a set to the far pin and sent over. Springer makes first contact. And now the bump, and it'll be sent over. I think that was Kuchera. Yes, it was. Kuchera will keep it alive. They have to send it over, and a free ball here for the Jags if they can set up an attack. Looks like the free ball is going to go back to the Warbirds, and they'll have a chance to set up an attack. They'll set it up for Quam. Near pin, and she'll get the kill as it goes off the fingertips there of Sydney Anderson. (8-7). Wyndmere Lidgerwood will get the serve back. I believe that's Laura Gutzmer, a senior. Can't quite see the jersey number from up here, but I believe that was her. Now here's the set from Liberty Fix. Keep forgetting that 8 and 2 are flip-flopped at the moment. And a kill for the Jags to make it 9-7. Sarah Yanni. Jump serve near side. Springer makes first contact. Here's the set over to Julia Quam. She sends it over. And the Jags will keep the volley going. They'll send it right back. A bump set here to Quam. She pushes it over with 2 hands. And now the Jaguars will go on an attack from the far pin. And the kill is down. That is Sydney Anderson to give the Jags one more. And they lead by 3 now. Score 10-7. Springer will make first contact. Here's the set from David. And the kill is down. Once again, Quam again. According to my numbers, she has 5 kills. Let's check the scoreboard. Now we've matched up. There's another kill for the Jags. And it's 11-8. So Sydney Anderson will have the serve once again here for Northern Cass. That serve is up and over. First contact is made. Now here's the set. I think she tried to send that to the back pin, but it stayed in the middle area there. Jags will go on the attack. Sent over in 2. Middle of the net. Nice, you could call that a dig there by Kaczynski, and it comes back over as Danielson will bump it, and then sending it over is Liberty Fix, and she'll get credit for the kill. 12-8, Jags lead by 4. Anderson will continue on the serve here. And that one landed in bounds right in front of the back line there. That was Jessica Kuchera with the kill. (12-9). Springer will have the serve from the far side of the service line. That one's up and over. Diving dig out there by Anderson to keep it alive. Now the Warbirds will get it back. They'll set it up middle of the net, pushed over there by Kuchera. Danielson will bump it far side, sending it over is Emma Lucas. Springer made first contact. Now the set near side for Ashley Melk. And that one will get tipped off the fingertips, and Melk will get credit for the kill. 12-10. Nice play there by the junior middle hitter. Serve is up and over. There's the set, and I thought that was going to go over, but a nice job there by Liberty Fix to send it back over. Now Danielson make first contact, set it far side, pushed over, and dug out by the Warbirds. Attack from the middle of the net. It landed. Oh, I thought it landed in bounds. From my vantage point, it looked like it dropped in front of that yellow line, but the back official says no. So the point will go to the Jaguars, and it's 13-10. Danielson's serve is over. Kuchera made first contact and was pushed over there unexpectedly by Lakin David. Caught the Jaguars off guard, and the Warbirds will get the point as a result. And they're back within 2 at 13-11. I believe that's Alexis Bush with the serve. Number 1. Can't quite see the jersey number from up here. Kill far side. It was Emma Lucas. Back to a 3-point advantage here for Northern Cass. Liberty Fix with the serve from the middle of the service line. Here's the set, and the attack from the middle of the net, and that's dug out there by Liberty Fix. And now sent back over. Springer reaches out for it, keeps it alive, sent back over. Nice dig there by Liberty Fix. Now Danielson will back bump set it over there in the direction of Emma Lucas, who sends it over. Now the Warbirds send it back in 2. Here's Liberty Fix for Emma Lucas. She got the kill. Had Tiffany Springer had another foot forward from where she was standing, she may have been able to get underneath that one and dig it out, but 15-11 as a result. And the Jags on the serve. Here's the set there from Williprecky, and that one comes over, and it was put down possibly by Ashley Melk. I couldn't quite see if it was 15 or 5, Kuchera or Melk, one of the two. Either way, it's a point for the Warbirds, and the serve is up and over. And that one will be an ace for the Warbirds, and they're back within 2 as Kuchera will get her second ace, according to my numbers. 15-13. Good game here so far. There's a set to the near pin. Quam sends it over. Danielson makes first contact. Fix with the bump set. Sent over. Springer makes first contact. And now block at the net. And it came down on the Jag side. Point Warbirds. And a timeout on the floor. That'll give us an opportunity to take a timeout as well. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, the Warbirds have the serve, and they're within 1, 15-14, just trailing the Jags by a point. The serve is up and over. First contact is made, and they run on the backside of the antenna. That'll go into the books as an ace for Katie Williprecky. We're knotted up at 15-15 as a result. If that point will go on the board here, it will be tied on your screen. There we go. That is Morgan Nelson with the kill. And that'll be an ace. Jaguars retake the lead at 17-15. Or I should say extend their lead. Off the ace there by Emma Lucas. And Lucas with another serve. Springer makes first contact. Here's the set now by Willa Prekti, and the attack gets over the net. Sneaks over, and the Jags are able to keep it alive, and they send it back. Springer makes first contact. Here's the bump set for Quam near pin, and out of bounds on the attack. Point Jaguars. 17-16, or... Yeah, okay, yeah, the scoreboard says 17-16. I must have pushed the button on the wrong side there. +1. -1, there we go. And that one will not get over the net on the attack there by Hildy. It was set up by Liberty Fix, but not in a very good position for Hildy to take a swing at it. As a result, the game will now be tied at 17. Down for the kill near side, Morgan Nelson with her third one, according to my numbers. They're not keeping track on the scoreboard here, so we'll go with my numbers. They do have individual players' scoreboards, but they're not putting any numbers up on it, so. Set over to the far side, and the Warbirds will keep that one alive. Quam sends it over, just barely got it over, too. Now the bump set, and that'll be sent over from just in front of the 10-foot line. Springer will make first contact. Now Quam will send it over from the 10-foot line. Liberty Fix makes first contact. Lucas sends it in the direction there of Allison Hildy, who sends it back over. Now a joust for it at the net. The Warbirds keep it alive, and it's tipped. And can they get it back over? And they do, and the volley will continue here. And another chance for the Warbirds to end this rally, and they got it inbounds from the middle of the net. It's Kendra Kaczynski. 18-18. And that serve didn't quite have enough lift on it to get over the net. Point Jags, 19-18. They retake the lead here by 1. Quam will send it back over and out of bounds, or did she tip it? No, she did not tip it. Point Jaguars. (2018). Springer makes first contact. Here's the set. Quam once again jousts for it at the net, putting it down as Liberty Fix. And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a beverage break and be right back. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews. Who's moving on to play college softball, and that? Well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, coming out of the timeout here on the floor, it's 21-18 in favor of the Jaguars, but the Warbirds definitely sticking around in this one here. They're not making this easy for Northern Cass by any means. They get down by 2, they come back, they tie it up, and that seems to be the story over the last several points here. We'll see if they can get one closer here, and the Jaguars will keep it alive. They'll set it up over to the far side there, and that is, couldn't quite see the jersey number on that. They'll tip it back over, and the Warbirds will keep it alive. Set up there by Lakin David for an attack from the middle of the net, but the Jaguars are able to control. And now they'll send it for Liberty Fix. Far side, Springer digs it out. Set up for Quam from the 10-foot line, pushes it over with two hands. And now they're set over to the far side there, and it's blocked at the net. And that block goes to Kendrick Kaczynski, the junior middle blocker. And that pulls the Warbirds within two, 21-19. There's a set, another, that was a nice swing and puts it down as Urbitowski. 22-19. A little bit of power on that one. Put it right on the spot on the floor where she had to, where no Warbirds could get to it. And trying to slam the door shut there, and she does. As the bump from Springer goes out of bounds on the return, you can give that kill there to Urbitowski. 23-19 as the Jaguars start to pull ahead here. Tried to sneak one over, but the Jaguars are ready that time. Gonna be bumped back over. That bump kind of came off Kaczynski's fist there. Not quite the way I don't think it was supposed to. Volley will stay alive. Jaguars will try and go on the attack, and they'll dig out that kill attempt and send it back over. Danielson, now here's the set over far side, dug out by, I think it was Springer who dug it out, but Quam was there too. And that was tipped as it comes out of bounds. Not sure who tipped it over, but the Warbirds get the point. 23-20. Somebody in the middle of the net there may have been Kuchera. So Springer will have the serve, and right now Liberty Fix is talking to the official here. So the explanation has been delivered, and they're going to keep the point over there to Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Now Springer will serve it over. Danielson will dig out the serve, and they'll set up far side there on the attack, out of bounds. The Warbirds are within two, 23-21, and Springer will continue on the serve. Springer's serve is over. Danielson to make first contact. Here's the set, back set near pin. Sent over. Springer digs it out. Ashley Melt, attack into the net. Point Jaguars, and it's set point. Macy Danielson will have a serve. From the middle, and at a high arcing serve. Controlled there by the Warbirds. Malk will shove it over with two hands, and the Jaguars struggling with that one, but they send over a free ball here, and we'll see if they'll get one. Oh, nice dig out there, paying attention. There was Macy Danielson, and the Warbirds able to dig out these kills as Malk will bump it over there. And now the Jaguars will tip it over, and somebody went into the net, and I believe it was the Warbirds, and it was. That net violation will end the set, and that'll give the win to Northern Cass. 25-21, your final in set number one. We'll take a timeout, and then we come back. It'll be set number two here from the Palace on the Prairie at Northern Cass, home of the Jaguars. They lead right now over the Warbirds, 1-0. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back here to the Palace on the Prairie in Northern Cass. It's a couple miles to the southeast of Hunter, North Dakota. Mike Mason with you here on the ND Sports Channel, bringing you some Class B Region 1 volleyball action between the Jaguars and the visiting Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Warbirds looked really good in that first set. They kind of kept Northern Cass on their tails, and well, Northern Cass was able to pull away in the end, but we had several ties there during the last 10-12 points of that set. So we'll see if the Warbirds can continue that pace and maybe improve on it a little bit there, maybe pick up a win and guarantee us a set 4 here. We'll have to see. They look good, and we'll see how what kind of adjustment the Jaguars have made coming out of that first set going into the second one as well. Once again, the Jags in their pink jerseys on the right-hand side of the net here in set number 2. And the Warbirds in their black jerseys with gold numbers, with Tiffany Springer, their libero, in the white jersey. Over on the Jags, it's Macy Danielson in the black jersey with pink trim for the libero. Liberty Fix wearing jersey number 8 today instead of her normal number 2. And that's about the only changes that you need to be aware of. Everything else is the same if you're familiar with your teams. Of course, we wish everybody safe travels over this upcoming weekend here, as things could get a little bit crazy. You don't see snow too often in the month of October, but it certainly seems that that's going to be the case in October 2019. All right, we're ready to go here in set number 2, and we're underway. That'll be the set by Lakin David, sent over by Julia Kwam. Danielson will make first contact, and Danielson had to dig down and get it there as her teammate didn't make contact on it. And I believe the teammate there was Morgan Nelson, and now we're resulting a point for the Warbirds, and they're up 1-0, and let's unhide that while we have an opportunity to do so. There we go. That one didn't get over, and now we're tied. That's Emma Lucas who will have the serve here for Northern Cass. Slight jump serve, barely over the net. One touch back to the Jaguars. They'll set up for the attack near side, and the kill is down from the near pin. It is Sydney Anderson. And that'll be an ace as it goes off the bump there of Tiffany Springer. And it will be Emma Lucas with her second ace of the match, according to my numbers. And that gives the Jaguars a 3-1 lead here in set 2. It was the Warbirds getting out, I believe it was a 4 or 5 point lead before the Jaguars scored in set 1. Now it's 3-1 in favor of the Jaguars. So the tables are almost reversed here. We'll see if Warbirds can get a point here before the Jaguars get their next point. I was going to say next 2, but that point came a little bit before I can finish my sentence. So it'll be 4-1 now in favor of Northern Cass. Jump serve into the net. Third service error, corner mine numbers here for Northern Cass, and now that's the third one for Wyndmere Lidgerwood as well. And it's 5-2. That one just barely got over. First contact was made there by Kuchera. Springer will send it far side, where I believe that was possibly Gutzmer who sent it over. Can't see if that's an 8 or a 6. That one landed in bounds, killed from the far side. Let's take a peek. Allison Hildy with the kill. And now they're keeping numbers on the scoreboard. Didn't do that in the first set. That attack will go out of bounds from the far side. Northern Cass jumping out well. To a 6-3 lead. It should be 6-3 and not 6-2. I guess the point went to the Warbirds on that one. I thought it went out of bounds, but I guess it did not. 6-3 your official score. Back set to the far pin. Nicely dug out there, but it'll still go into the books as a kill for the Jaguars. Now they lead 7-3. Sariani, the junior, will have the serve from the far side of the service line with her team leading by 4. Jump serve, make it her team leading by 3. Service error number 4. 2 in the first set, 2 here in the second set, according to my numbers. And now the serve will go into the hands of the Warbirds. Lord Gutzmer, a senior. Attack from the middle net, it's down, and the kill goes to Emma Lucas. 8-4 as the Jags double up here on the Warbirds in set number 2. And that'll be an ace. Sydney Anderson recording her first ace of the match. That's 9-4. Springer will make first contact. They'll set it over far side for Gutzmer, and she'll get the kill. It's either Gutzmer or Quam. Let's see if I can. 6 looks like an 8, and the 8 looks like a 6. It's Quam. Caught a glimpse of the 6 there on the serve. Emma Lucas with another kill there for Northern Cass, 10-5. Danielson's serve is over. Springer makes first contact. There's the settle to the far side. Quam sends it over, and it's tipped out of bounds for the kill. Check that was Kuchera with the kill, my bad. Springer will send over the serve. Jaguars almost had trouble handling that, but they will get the free ball back. And now they'll try and send it over in 2. Hits the tape as it comes over. Jaguars will go on the attack. They'll be able to bump that one up, and they have to get it over, and they do. And it lands out of bounds. Goes into the books as an attacking error, and it's 11-6. Coming in is Allison Hildy, the senior. She'll set up in the middle of the net there, right behind Morgan Nelson. And here's the set and the attack, and out of bounds. Another point for Northern Cass, and it's 12-6. And a timeout on the floor. So we'll take a timeout as well. I'll be back in a moment here on the Andy Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
There we go. We figured out that clock issue there, and now it's working. So we come out of the timeout. It was actually 12-7. Short delay here in the action as the officials talking to the scorers table there on the far side of the gym, about middle left of your screen. Kindred is hosting Oak Grove at 7 o'clock tonight. If we get out of here early enough, we're going to try and get to that game. No guarantees, but we're going to try. It's only about less than an hour away, so. And we got 2 hours and 13 minutes to get there as of right now. And here about the midway point of set number 2. And the whistle blows, and that will put Sariani on the serve for the Jaguars. Serve is up and over, and they'll set it up for the attack. Far side block at the net, and the block will go down for a kill on a point from Morgan Nelson. 13-7. Bump set. Middle of the net on the attack, dug out by Danielson. Set near side, and the kill is down. That is, I believe, is it number 16? No, it's number 12. That is Emma Lucas. 14-7. Ashley Malk will send it over, and the Jaguars will have to miscommunicate there and give the point there to Wyndmere Lidgerwood, 14-8. This time the serve will come out of the hands of the senior Lakin David. Her serve is over. Jaguars tried to tip it over, and the Warbirds will get it back to the Jags. Another attack from the middle of the net, and there's another kill from Morgan Nelson. 15-8. They have Morgan Nelson down for 4 kills actually. Nearly an ace there, but the Warbirds were able to get it back. Have to get down on a low set, blocked at the net there by Kuchera. And another block by Kuchera, and tag teaming on that is Kaylee Harless. Nice job there by the Warbirds to get another point on the board, and they're within 6 and have the serve. Serve will come out of the hands of Lauren Oster, the freshman. Check that. 5 looked like a 9. The serve came from Kuchera. Now Julia Kwam will check into the lineup. And now Oster will come in. Warbirds will send it back over here. Jaguars will set up for an attack from the far pin, but the attack goes into the net. Point Warbirds. That's 6 attacking errors now for the Jags. 3 in each set, according to my numbers unofficially. They have a 6-point lead at 16-10. Sariani will have the serve after the timeout. We'll double check some of our numbers here, and then we'll come back and hopefully be ready with maybe official numbers, maybe. Back in a moment here on the Andy Sports Channel.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, back to action here, and an ace from Sariani. (18-10). Yanni with a jump serve and had to get down low to keep that one alive. Warbirds will send it over in 3. Jaguars will go on the attack with a tip over there from the middle of the net, and that one will be miscontrolled by the Jags. Point Warbirds. That's 18-11. Wyndmere Lidgerwood within 7. Oh, punch serve as that one goes over the net. Some near side, sending it out of bounds was Hallie Crockett. Danielson to make first contact, set middle of the net, dug out and pushed back over but out of bounds. Point Jaguars, 19-12. Sydney Anderson with the serve. She has 7 kills and an ace, according to my numbers. Warbirds will send it back over out of bounds again on an attacking error. 5 attacking errors per set for a total of 10 now for the Warbirds. And an 8-point advantage for Northern Cass. Springer will make first contact. Here's a set now by Blake and David. And it's down for a point for the Warbirds. 20-13. Serve will go into the hands of Julia Kwong. Kwong with a standing serve, and it hit her teammate in the head and didn't go over the net. It was Jessica Kuchera there who got snagged on the top half of the head there on the serve. Jags will get the point, lead 21-13, and we'll see if the Warbirds can get that one back. Not this time. This is dug out by Danielson. Now the attack is sent over. Springer will dig it out and sent back over on the 3rd touch. Danielson will have to get a good bump on that, and they won't get it over. Warbirds will get another point closer, and they're within 7, 21-14. Springer will have the serve. And that serve is up and over. Warbirds will control it here. Lake and David will set it up for the attack there. And Jaguars have to bump it over, and that will be bumped over and out of bounds. 21-15. Springer's serve is over. Danielson will touch up on it there first. He'll set it up far side, and Springer will dig out the attack. And that was blocked at the net, and that's going to be a point for Northern Cass, as they will not be able to chase that one down. 22-15. There's Here's the set by David. Middle of the net, sent over. Kuchera, and now the Jags will send it off. And that one will go out of bounds. Off the tip there by Kuchera, and the point will go to the Jaguars. Looking at the scoreboard, they gave the kill there to Emma Lucas, which is her 5th. 52 aces, and that's what I have on my score sheet as well. That one's sent out of bounds there by Ashley Malk. And it's set point here for Northern Cass. Here's the set by David. There we go. Now he got a kill there from Kuchera. (24-16). Kuchera now with 4 kills, a block, and 2 aces. Now Lake and David with the serve, just barely made it over. Jags have to chase it down. Danielson will tip it over in 2. Bump set backwards to the 10-foot line where Ashley Malk will send it over with 2 hands. Jags will control it, set it up for an attack from the near pin. It's blocked at the net. Kuchera will get the point for the Warbirds. 24-17. Lake and David on the serve again. That serve is up and over. Jags will send over a free ball here, and now they'll give the Warbirds a chance to go on the attack from the middle of the net. Kuchera's attack is dug out nicely there by the back line for the Jags. And then it's tipped over for another point for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, and they're sneaking their way back into this one. Still set point. Still a little bit of a hill to climb here, but so far so good for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. That serve is going to go down to the books. Somehow it did not do what I thought it was going to do, and that will end it. Northern Cass will get the second set win there after what we thought was going to be an ace. And they'll pick up a 25-18 win here in set number 2. So the Jags lead 2-0, looking to sweep the Warbirds here in set 3. We'll see if the Warbirds can come back or if the Jaguars will take home the sweep when we come back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, welcome back as we head into set number 3 here. About 46, 47 minutes into the match. 25-21 set 1, 25-18 set 2, and just received word now that the Enderlin Maple Valley football game versus Findlay Sharon Hope Page has been postponed to Monday. The time and the location of that game is yet to be determined. I bet you if you follow Brad Anderson on Twitter, you'll get an update on that when that game will happen. So we're underway now here with set 3. Lake and David will send the serve over here, and the Jags will go on the attack first. And Springer will dig that one out. Warbirds will have a chance. Malk will send it over, and that's dug out. Second touch there by Danielson with a bump set over to the far pin. And now Malk and Quam nearly collided there. Now Malk will send it over. Dug out and comes right back over to the Warbirds. 2 touches, out of bounds on the attack. Point Jaguars. Now it's 1-0 in favor of Northern Cass. Bumped over there by the Warbirds, and now an attack from the middle of the net, and the Warbirds somehow keep that one alive. Free ball here as Danielson will touch up on it. Liberty Fix will set it up, middle of the net. Morgan Nelson got it down. Two 2-0 Jags here in set 3. They'll send it over from behind the 10-foot line where the Jaguars will set it up for an attack. Morgan Nelson sends it into the net. Point for the Warbirds. That's 7 attack errors now for Northern Cass. 3 in the first, 3 in the second, now 1 here in the third. And it's 2-1 Jags. Joust for it at the net, and we're going to call a lift on Northern Cass. That's the first touch violation of the match from either team. It's 2-2 as a result. Here's the set by Liberty Fix over to the far pin. Another attack into the net there by Allison Hildy. Three, 2. And the kill will come down from Julia Kwan, the junior. And it's 4-2 now in favor of Wyndmere Lidgerwood. If they can get a 4-point lead and maintain like a 2-point lead, they might have a chance in this one here to knock the Jaguars off, although the Jaguars do get one back there. We'll see if Wyndmere Lidgerwood can force a set 4 here. The backs are against the wall right now as the serve comes off the hands of Emma Lucas. Trying to shut the door on the far side there is Sydney Anderson, and she will do so successfully as it's tipped out of bounds, and now we're knotted up at 4. Emma Lucas with a jump serve that just barely goes over the net. Springer had to get low to keep that one alive, and now it comes back over to the Jags and back over to Springer. First touch, second touch. Now Julia Kwan from the 10-foot line sends it over. Danielson sends it to Fix. Fix far pin, and the kill is down. That is Sydney Anderson. 5-4, Jaguars take their first lead of set 3. No, check that, second lead of set 3. So Lucas' serve is over. Springer makes first contact. Here's the set to the near pin for Julia Quam. Dug out by Danielson. Bump set there to the 10-foot line. Sent over. Springer makes first contact. Pushed back over in 2 by the Warbirds with the back set now to the near pin. And the Warbirds will keep that volley going. Julia Quam will try and put an end to that, but it's dug out nicely there by Danielson. Sent back over to the Warbirds in 2, and now they go on the attack. And a block at the net by Morgan Nelson. 6-4. Springer makes first contact. Quam will bump set it over there to Ashley Malk, who puts it over, but Danielson will get the first touch on it. And that lands in bounds. Nice job on the far side there from Sydney Anderson for another kill. And the Jags take a 7-4 lead now here in set 3. Jump serve from the middle of the service line is over. Here's the set for Julia Quam. Blocked at the net, and that one goes down. Morgan Nelson as well as Allison Hildy on the assist there on that block. And Wyndmere Lidgerwood want to talk it over as the Jags now double up here on the Warbirds. 8-4 in set 3, and they lead the match 2-0. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, we come back, and that'll be an ace there for as it's tipped. (9-4). Set to the middle net, and Ashley Melk puts it down. Nice job there by the junior. That's her third kill according to my numbers. There's a set to the near pin. Morgan Nelson sends it over for the kill. That was tipped off the hands of the backline player there for the Warbirds. It's 10-6. Jags will have to, is that, oh, that was the third touch. I thought that was the fourth one, but it was not. Now Julia Klum tried to send it over, but didn't get up over the net high enough, and that'll go into the books as an attacking error for the Warbirds. And another point for the Jaguars, 11-6. Comes back over. Here's the set, and that'll be shoved over with two hands there from Julia Kwong. Now the Jaguars will go on the attack, and putting it over and down is Olivia Urbatowski. 12-6, and the Jags once again double up here on the Warbirds in set 3. They lead the match 2-0, and there's an ace from the Jags, Morgan Nelson. According to my numbers, that's her second ace. Sending it over there was Kuczynski. Oh, set it over to the far pin, blocked at the net there. I believe that was Ashley Malk on the far side, and she'll tip it again as it comes over. Nope, check that. It was Kaylee Harless on the far side who got the block, and now the kill. 13-7. High arcing serve up and over. Set by Fix and sent over for Sydney Anderson. That'll be a kill off the tip. That is 10 kills for Sydney Anderson, according to my numbers.
Attention Jaguar fans, at this time we'd like to congratulate Liberty Fix on setting the Northern Pass career assists record. Congratulations, Liberty.
Congratulations there to Liberty Fix. (14-7). Sirianni will chase down the ball and bring it back to the near side of the service line here. And will be the whistle blow, and the Action is back. Springer will make first contact. There'll be bumped there towards Julia Quam. She'll send it over. Bumped by Anderson with a back set right back to Anderson, but blocked at the net. And the Jaguars keep it alive, but Danielson can't get it over on the touch. And the Warbirds will get the point, and it's 14-8. That serve will come over, and that serve will be an ace. Julia Quam picks up the ace. Junior outside hitter / defensive specialist for the Warbirds, and there's another serve from Quam. This one controlled by the Jaguars, and they'll go on the attack. Springer on the second touch, and the Warbirds get it back over. Free ball here for the Jags, and another diving attempt there by Julia Quam, but the Warbirds can't put that one back over, and as a result, it's 15-9 in favor of the Jaguars. There's a set by David in the direction there, Kaczynski. Now Danielson will set it up for Liberty Fix. Fix over, Kaczynski makes first contact, one touch back to the Jags. Send it over to the far pin, punched over there where Springer makes first contact. Now David with the set. Middle of the net on the attack there was Kuchera, but the Jaguars keep it alive, and now they go on the attack. And Liberty Fix will get the kill off the tip. 16-9. Sneaking up on that 1 hour point of the match here. Sent over there by Kuchera. The Jags go on the attack. They tried to tip it over, but Olivia Bertowski says to her teammates, that one's on me. As a result, it's 16-10, and Tiffany Springer will have the serve here for the Warbirds. Sent over, Warbirds keep it alive. David will set up for Ashley Malk on the near pin. Jaguars will now go on the attack. Far side, goes down inbounds. Nice job there on the swing by Emma Lucas to get the kill. And the Jaguars increase their lead to 7, 17-10. Serve will go into the hands of the libero Macy Danielson. And Danielson with a standing serve from the middle of the service line sends it over on the second touch. Blake and David will bump set it. Now come back over to the Jags. Blocked at the net. Nice job there by Kuchera. 17-11. Mount will send it out of bounds. Or was it tipped? It was tipped. 17-12. So David will have the serve. That one's up and over. First contact is made. One touch right back to the Warbirds, and Kuchera will shut the door shut on the joust at the net. Shut the door shut. Yeah, that did make sense. Okay, I had to think about that one for a moment. 17-13. Morgan Nelson out of bounds. 17-14. David with the serve, up and over. There's the set, and blocked at the net there by, check that, Kuchera again. The Warbirds are within 2, and now the Jaguars want to talk it over. We'll keep it right here during this particular timeout here. We'll check the statewide scoreboard. And so far, right at the top of the list, that postponement I told you about earlier, the football game for Findlay Sharon Hope Page and Maple Valley Enderlin is postponed until Monday. Time and location to be announced in the near future. EDC Boys and Girls Cross Country Meet scheduled for Saturday, October 12th has now been moved to Tuesday, October 15th at Johnson Park in Moorhead. Fargo South hosting Fargo North. That game is going on. That one's set for a 6 p.m. kickoff in about 45 minutes from now. Here at 17-15, the Warbirds have crawled their way back into this third set and trail now just by 2. Lakin David is on the serve, and she'll send a high arcing serve over. Jaguars will set it up for an attack from the far side, and they'll get the kill. That is Morgan Nelson. (18-15). Morgan Nelson with a total of 7 kills, 3 blocks, 2 aces according to my numbers. David with the back set. Nice leap up into the air there for Julia Quam. May have been Kuchera. Let's double. Yeah, it was Kuchera. My bad. So Kuchera will get the point. 18-16. Back to a 2-point lead for the Jags. Make it a 3-point lead for the Jags. Morgan Nelson will get that one right back. 19-16. Emma Lucas with the serve now. Jump serve from the middle of the service line is out of bounds. And it remains a 2-point game. Can Maya Jelinek on the serve get her team one closer? High arcing serve is over. There's a set by Fix, middle of the net, and the attack is down. The kill, give it to, that is Allison Hildy. Back to a 3-point lead. If the Warbirds are going to rally here, they need to do it right now on this very next point. Get this thing a little bit closer here and make it interesting. That will certainly help matters if you're a Warbirds fan. And it'll certainly not help matters if you're a Jaguars fan. It's 2018 on the service area, which will be the 6th. 2 now in each set for the Jaguars. The service up and over. Fix with the set, and the attack is dug out there, far side by, that is Alexis Bush. Attack comes from just in front of the 10-foot line, and Hildy will sneak it over for the point. 21-18, and Warbirds having trouble breaking that 2-point lead threshold. Lakin David with the set, pushed over here, and the Jags will keep it alive. Attack from the far side, dug out and into the stands. Point via the kill to Sydney Anderson, which is her 11th. Double check the scoreboard. Yep, 11 kills and an ace. 22-18. Springer sends it over. Danielson now Fix with the set, blocked at the net, and the Jags cannot keep it alive. Kaczynski was one of the 2 players on the block. There was another one there that didn't quite catch in time. 22-19. And that serve hits the tape as it comes over. Danielson able to dive and keep that ball alive, and now we have a net violation on Northern Cass. And that will pull the Warbirds back to that 2-point deficit that they've been unable to break so far here in set 3. Springer will dig it out. Maybe they can do it here. Sending it over is Kaczynski. Jaguars will keep it alive. Go on attack, middle of the net. Nice knee sliding dig out there. And they'll get it over for the point. It was Quam on the knee sliding dig, and then putting it over there was Lakin David for the senior setter for the point. And now that 2-point threshold has been broken, and they could tie it up here. We'll see if they can, or if the Jags will get one back. Block at the net. Jags keep it alive. Danielson on the second touch. Now they have to send over from about 15 feet behind the net. They'll send it up, sent over there by Kaczynski. Jags will keep it alive, send it far side. Blocked at the net again, and it falls out of bounds. It's a point for the Jaguars. Nice effort there for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, but an unlucky bounce of the ball. Springer will make first contact, and a little miscommunication there, and it's a match point for the Jags. Danielson will set it up here. Attack is over, and the game will continue for the moment. Danielson with the bump set, far side from the 10-foot line. The attack goes over, and it's dug out there by Kwong. Now sent over by Kaczynski, and the Jags had a little bit of trouble with that there, but they'll send it back over. Warbirds will keep it alive. Now from the near side, Danielson on the first touch. And far side, 10-foot line, nearly blocked at the net, and they'll go down for the point. The winning point goes to Emma Lucas, and that, my friends, is your final. Jaguars sweep the Warbirds in 3 sets, 25-21, 25-18, and 25-21. Time of the match, 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 27 seconds. Thanks so much for watching. The preceding has been a presentation of the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Have a great evening.